What's going on, everyone? I'm Brian Michael and welcome back to the channel. I know we kind of been gone for a little while, but I promise we were genuinely busy. We weren't just screwing off doing the same old nothing that you usually can catch us doing. We were holding down jobs in actual professional kitchens, which we still hold, but now we're actually starting to free up our schedules a little bit more to make it back to you guys so we can show you some cool stuff. And we've got tons of ideas. We're super excited about showing you them. It's going to be a blast, but today we're here because it just wouldn't be right to let our 1-year anniversary of uploading go by and not do something. It'd be stupid. What a missed opportunity that'd be. 1 second. I gotta find a big ass balloon. Here we go. 1 year. 1 year special. 1 year anniversary. We didn't know which direction we wanted to take it, and then we went back. And when we went back, I started to watch the videos that are a little bit further back in our catalog, and it was crazy to see the level of growth that we had, as you would hope, from the first video to the most recent one that we had uploaded. At certain parts, I almost felt like it was just two different people actually getting to these videos and uploading them. We came up with this idea, this concept of why don't we just take that initial video and why don't we reshoot it and see just how far along we've come. What we want to do today is actually what we set out to do on the very first video, and that was burgers done 3 different ways. What ended up happening was we scrapped one of them, and then we ended up just putting out smash burgers and converting it into a smash burger video, and then I sat in front of my computer for hours, genuinely hours, trying to record audio to a program I'd never used before in my life, and it was overwhelming. It was chaotic. It was obviously disorganized because I'm still me, but it was fun. It was fun. It was exciting, and it actually kind of got us hooked on this whole recording, editing, uploading process. And it's cool that we get to take that and combine it with this desire to educate in the realm of cooking. And that's, at the end of the day, that's really what this is all about. Whether you guys know it or not, whether you care, our goal is to just try and make your jobs in the kitchen at home a little bit easier, a little bit more fun, and to hopefully show you something that you can take with you, whether you're just that home cook, you're an up-and-coming line cook, or you're a chef who's kind of running out of ideas and needs a little bit of help. We hope these ideas can help reinvigorate something in you to get you back in the kitchen and just whipping up food that people genuinely want to eat. Really, at the end of the day, that's it, is we just want to go on this journey with you guys where we leave behind hopefully enough information for anybody looking for it that they can pick up these lessons, these videos, whatever, for free, obviously, and just do something awesome with it in the future. Because obviously everything we show you is no longer our skill, our tip, our trick, it's yours. It's yours to share with the world, your friends, your colleagues, anybody who will listen. So without further ado, I'm going to drop all this nonsense. We're going to slide right back into our normal burger time shenanigans, and we're going to talk about the 3 burgers we're going to run today. Now this first variation is something that we in the Kenneys Cook catalog refer to as the stand burger. Now the stand, it just literally means it's our standard. It's the one that we're the most comfortable putting our names on. We got a couple of things we need to assemble for this. So first things first, let's start with the non-pre-made components of this sauce, because everything else is going to come out of a jar that we mix together, and it's going to be very easy. But first we need to dice up some white onion.
Good whatever time it is wherever you are. I'm first name, last name here with some breaking news. As you can see, the Kenneys are back at it again, cutting onions. Who could have seen this coming? What a shocking turn of events. I'm gonna throw it over to my partner, Stan. Oh, thanks FL. Stan Burger here. It looks like there was supposed to be audio here about the importance of prepping all of your ingredients together. It will save you time and make cleanup easier if that's something you care about, but due to lack of preparation, here we are, the editing guy has to do it. So, cut an onion in half, dice 1/2 of that onion for use in the burger sauce and for bottoming the burgers. Then make long slices with the other half of that onion for the pork burger. And it looks like there might be some advanced pickle handling in this next story. We'll ship it over to our action analyst, Willie, for this one. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Willie Handler here. It looks like it's time to prep some pickles. Well, the first part here is pretty straightforward. We're just gonna make some pickle chips, cut them on the hard bias. But here we have some pickle dicing. With a sharp knife, he's bisecting the pickle and then cutting that in half. Gonna want to keep your fingers well clear of that knife. As you can see, our dill holder over here needed to put finger condoms on after not heeding those words. Now cut the planks you made into strips, and those strips, cut those into cubes, and my God, what an excellent display. This boy really cooks. First name, back to you. Hey, thanks, Willie. Well, everyone, that's it for us here at KNN. We'll keep you updated for any more missed dialogue from our star over there. Kenny News Network signing out.
Then we're going to add 1 cup of mayo, 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard, a 1/4 cup of ketchup, and then for hot sauce, you can use whatever you have in house. We're going to use some of the Angry Pepper's Scorpion Pepper hot sauce. These guys are actually, they're local. They're right here in our home state of Connecticut. So we're gonna go with them because T has it on hand and because this stuff is delicious. And 1 big pinch of black pepper. I say big pinch. For me, it was 3 fingers. If you have normal sized fingers, geez, it might be 4 finger pinch. I don't know. I got these big sausage fingers, so you guys work around it accordingly. Use how much black pepper you want to use. Now, once you have everything in the bowl, you just gotta mix it up and then taste it. This is where you get to adjust your ratios. Now, maybe you might want a little bit more ketchup. Maybe you might taste a little bit too much mayonnaise. Maybe you might taste a little bit too much mustard and you want to cut it with something else. This is the only way to find out, is to taste it and then adjust moving forward. And then we're gonna shave some iceberg lettuce to go on this bad boy, because it's the only other component we need to prep out before we make our 4-ounce meatballs that we're going to use to smash later. And then similarly, we're gonna do the exact same thing with our little pork meatballs. So these guys are a little bit smaller because we prefer these to be crispier. If they're a little bit larger towards the center, they don't have that same awesome lacy finish. Now, when it comes to the actual cooking process, it is going to be unbelievably fast. Most of the smash burgers you're going to make in your lifetime are gonna be done in 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes. If you're cooking a smash burger for 4 or 5 minutes, you overdid it, okay? And I don't mean you cooked it well done or any of that other nonsense people make fun of you for. Like, you literally cooked it way longer than you had to. These things are fast and easy. All we used for this one in terms of equipment was we used a stainless steel saute pan and we used a flat spatula. That's it. I actually come through a little bit later after I steam burned my fingers a little bit. I decided to use a wooden spoon or just something else to push down on the spatula so that my hands weren't actually in the pot. But you know, do whatever your heart desires. Now, in order to get this done properly, we do have to run this on a relatively high heat. I run the burner on I'm gonna call it medium high heat, or we'll call it 3/4 of the way, approaching high. And we're just gonna let it sit and get nice and hot before applying a little bit of neutral oil. We're using avocado oil because Tommy is bougie. Before dropping our burger meatballs in, and then pressing them down into the appropriate burger shape. Now, if you press them down and they start touching a little bit, don't worry. We can actually, we're gonna be able to fix it before we flip it. If you don't have a ton of pan space, it's cool to do one at a time. The burgers aren't gonna dry out and they cook so fast, you can just do one and then the other, then the other. This one, I was just banging them out 2 at a time because I'm kind of familiar with the process. Once you're cool with the shape of everything, this is when we season it. And I'm just gonna go in here with a little bit of regular kosher salt. I say regular, Tommy's got that coarse fat boy salt. So we're gonna hit it with some of that on one side. When we flip it, we're not going to apply anymore. And we're going to let it cook out again for another 30, 40, 50 seconds, whatever your heart desires. And while it's doing that, we're gonna drop a piece of neon yellow American cheese over the top of it. Because what else would go on like a classic American like smash burger? Nothing. When it comes time to assemble, it goes down like this. We're going to start with the standard. And the standard is a giant soft sesame seed roll. And to the bottom and to the top, we're going to apply our Kenny burger sauce. And we're going to apply it generously before following it up with a ton of shredded lettuce and a few pickles on top before sliding the burger onto the lettuce and sealing that bad boy up. And on the opposite side, we're going to show you the Americana Classic, which just goes as follows. It's gonna go mustard, ketchup, a dang old handful of them diced white onions, and then a few of those pickles on top as well before we seal that up and get it ready to ship to whoever has the privilege of eating it. And I mean that, the privilege. You guys are welcome. So this barbecue pork smash burger is one of Tommy's brainchildren, if you will. It's pretty close to a fast food item, maybe from the same place where we derived the idea of the Kenny standard. So we're gonna go into the pan, and just like before, we're gonna press down on them, and then we're just gonna let these ones get deep and dark around the edges before we even attempt to scrape them up. As you're getting ready to scrape them up, you'll be able to see all the browning, like you'll literally be able to see the sear on the bottom from above it. And in order to get that to release properly, what you're gonna end up doing is you're going to use the bottom part of your spatula to scrape it up. Now, and when I say that, I just mean the back part is going to be facing forward while you do it, so that you can get underneath it and scrape all of that awesome seared meat off from the bottom. Now, important things to note are, if you're doing this in a non-stick pan, you're probably not going to have to do this step because it's not going to stick like that. And if it does, and you scrape it the way that we are here, you're gonna ruin that pan, and it's gonna be a bad time. This is your warning. Do not do that. Do not ever scrape your non-stick pan with a metal tool. Just don't. Just don't. Just don't do it. Now when you're done with that, it's just time for assembly. We literally just have to assemble these things, huh? For the barbecue one, as follows, we're gonna bust out that Sweet Baby Ray's honey chipotle barbecue sauce, which if you've never had before, you need to. Once you've applied it to both the top and bottom bun, here's a little pro tip. Instead of grabbing a spoon and trying to smear it all over the place, what I actually do is I take the top bun, I press it into the bottom bun, and just in doing that, it kind of forces the sauce all over the place. So now you no longer need to worry about dirtying something else up to make this happen. Now that we have the top and bottoms dressed up, we're gonna go in with our double pork patty pile up, and then we're gonna top that with the sliced or julienned white onions and a few of those kosher dill pickles before sealing this one and then diving in. These are truly three of the best smash burgers in our repertoire. You don't have to believe us because everything kind of seems so simple on the surface level, but you have to throw these together for yourself and try them. I promise you that if you even just try one of these, you're probably gonna stop ordering out so much. You're probably gonna stop wasting $30, $40, $50 a go out trying to feed you and a significant other, or God forbid, a family, right? Because I don't have kids. I'm not gonna pretend like I know how much that costs, but I already know how much it costs to go out as a couple. I couldn't imagine right now. If you guys start making these, you're gonna be crushing new recipes in no time because they're that damn good. And once you see how easy it is to throw it together, and how little time or effort it requires, you guys are gonna stop finding ways to make excuses to how you're too tired after your shift to go do it. How I just don't have the time to prep things like this out. Be in and out of the kitchen, 10, 15 minutes, right? You're gonna dirty up a pan, and then you're gonna be off to the races. You got time for that? Get out of here. Get out of here with your nonsense. So we would really like to just take the time to say thank you for coming out and watching the videos, or trying the recipes, or just supporting the channel, whether it's dropping the follow, letting it play in the background, or actively engaging in the community. We really love hearing from you guys, whether it's in this comment section or on Instagram and Facebook. We have a lot of really cool conversations with you guys, which we're kind of always hoping would be a byproduct of doing this stuff. But the more we do it and the more we see the positive feedback, and really that's the name of the game, is we like knowing that there's other people out there like us who enjoy in their off time, whether they cook professionally or not, coming home and getting down and dirty in the kitchen. It's a lot of fun, and it's truly where our passion lies. So thank you for giving us the opportunity to be educators in this field. And as we come to a close of this 1-year celebration, we hope this video was at the very least better than the first one we ever released. We hope you enjoyed it. And if you did and you want to show some love back to us, feel free to press the subscribe button, drop us a like. If you really want to get crazy, you can throw a comment down there. It's supposed to help us in the algorithm or something. I don't know if any of that's true, genuinely, no idea. I make burgers for a living. No, I'm not really an internet personality guy, but yeah. Now that's out of the way, there's only one more thing left on the checklist, and that's to remind y'all to be good. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.